We got to see like a lot of regions with a lot of up and coming and promising either individuals or teams, which was great to see. You know, at ATK now, Cloud9 would be one of them, where you just see promise in the unit, and we see that with HAVU. Again, criminally underrated. That much was clear pretty much straight off the get-go from me watching their games, so I'm enjoying watching them. Third map, the knives will decide who starts on the CT side. But yeah, HAVU definitely made a fan out of me. I'm going to get me some HAVU stickers.
Well, that's unfortunate for Bentet.
Are there HAVU stickers? There are, right?
No, really? I don't know. That's a good question.
Let me find out. If not, it's a damn shame, but maybe there will be later this year. Who knows?
Pretty sure that HAVU are going to elect to stay on the CT side here. They've won the knife round, and it's the third map, so we get a knife to decide which team starts where. And so you win the knife, you get to decide, and HAVU are going to be staying on the CT side of Nuke, so they'll like to take the favored side, especially considering, you know, Kriegs are out of the picture now. Should be seeing maps like Nuke, like Train, shift back towards a CT favored map, or a more heavily CT favored map.
Yeah. I hope the Krieg finds some more reasonable balance in the future, but I'll take the deletion for now.
You actually bought it, didn't you, after the nerf, trying to make it?
Yeah, I was using it yesterday, a little bit, but I want to find out where it is now, what it means. I want to understand it, how it is in its current iteration, and where, you know, if it has anything that's worthwhile. Got to find some headshot sword, but he won't do that. That's an outrageous play. A pistol round, up the ladder and out. So far, so good. And maybe Gen.G needed something crazy to finally win a pistol round.
Oh, Dodo. Just annihilated, and Daps coming up big. What is this? Gen.G could be winning, and they do win a pistol round. Decided to make lives a little bit easier for themselves here, Gen.G.
That is a wild call. Let's rush ramp, rush ladder, and then rush A. And it succeeds.
And it succeeds, but you're thinking that it shouldn't.
Well, it's crazy. It's like a call that idiots would make on Overpass. Let's go around the world. You know, one of those kind of things. But to go up the ladder, to be fair, like if you hold like forward and right, or forward and left, you'll go up the ladder so fast. It's going to be hard to actually, for the CT to land the headshot. So as absurd as it is, the numbers game up the ladder, it's a new one, but I enjoyed it. We'll have to see, though, if they can win a CT pistol, because that's where they really fail hard. And I feel like they might even be 0 on them in recent games. But here they are. They are at the early advantage, and that might go away quickly if Saw can do some more damage here.
Well, the CZ, once again, hard at work. And Saw just sneaks his way out, and this sets it up now for Zori to come up behind automatic. Oh, he's electing to play it very carefully, though. Doesn't want to throw away the advantage that they have. They've done a tremendous amount of damage to Daps and Kusta as well. Dodo going to work with that scout.
So much time on the clock for automatic to activate this flank, but as close as he gets to heaven, you never know when that peek's going to come in from Secret. You hear plays on the ladder. He's got a sound cues towards the ramp now. He could go up the ladder and make a play towards A, or he could go behind Doto and look for 2. Is there space? So he keeps backing up, so he can't. Doesn't hear your whispers, but he does get the 2K, and now Gen.G will make their way towards B.
Unfortunate. Could have got a little bit more money there, automatic. Oh, but solid quick rotate, and Saw sees at 75. He's a menace. 3 kills for him in the round, really coming up with the goods, but now he's been What was that?
God. I told you, man. Why buy a Mac 10 when you can have a CZ75? He's looking to ace. Never mind, he's dead. But Zori has position and the element of surprise. 20 seconds. Bentet's limited in wake and plant a bomb. He's going to close the door, which... Oh, he's going to actually bait Zori into the peak, or is he? No, Zori doesn't believe it. He's a non-believer.
Now we get into the game.
Oh, he's got his bell rung.
Instant Helsa headshot. Oh, he doesn't let it get away. All the time.
Inspecting his carcass like some kind of pervert.
Ah, the huge win for HAVU. Gen.G, that's going to be so destroying. You just won a pistol round. You're thinking this is fantastic. We get to actually start rolling with the guns. A strong start. And he just saw the AK there. Wasn't able to save it.
Telling you, man, CZ is mad value. I don't care how strong the Tech 9 is. I'm keeping the CZ all day. CZ is outrageous.
No
I'm not even complaining. I love it.
No shame.
I'm always the one delivering kills of that baby, so I'm all good. Well then, Gen.G have forced straight back, 1 for 1. That was a disastrous game. But what can you do? Sometimes you're going to get torn to shreds by that CZ. Through the smoke they will go, but Slow's got to put it to deal with this.
Oh, the tracking, not quite there. Still, now we get the AUG. Seen a buff as well. No, that Psalm is here. Not happening, buddy. An imperfect smoke leaves a gap.
Denied, deleted, personnel depleted, leaving Daps in a 1 versus 3 with no bomb.
At least he has time. At least he has time to maneuver with. Minute 15 ticking down. Gonna get spotted. Hits the shot, but not going to survive. 2 to 1, HAVU. With 3 surviving. Stronger economy for them. And they're gonna get another opportunity to build on it now with Gen.G. This has to be a hard eco round from Gen.G.
The hardest of eco rounds. Some with $1,900 in the bank.
But that HE grenade just saved that round for HAVU. Slowed down the push just long enough to allow them to get the punish going. And so now Zori out into yard, just trying to farm. Eco farming.
There was a flash on Daps, went way beyond Zori's position though, not expecting him to be here with the MP9. Sort of do nothing to him. They will simply become victims. Oh, painful fall as HAVU make it to 3. All said, off to a roaring start on their CT side early, but now come the AKs. Now really come the AKs for Gen.G. Automatic will buy the 5th. Well, let's see what they've got early. They've prioritized the rifles over the utility. There was a moment of hesitation from Automatic picking up that last AK. So we'll see what they've got.
You know, that's the thing. The HAVU, they remind me of the dwarves. You know, from The Hobbit. They've all got names that rhyme. Hoodie, Zori, and Slowy.
Yeah, it's satisfying to say them. And we've said them a lot because they've had so much success on Dust 2, looking to do the same on Nuke. Zori's lost for now, but his gun won't be retrieved by Gen.G. But they're okay with the 4 AK-47s. They have a better buy at this point than HAVU. With 2 MP9s on deck, that fast fire rate, though, can come in handy. That is a loud vents. Footsteps were heard by Automatic. Can't figure out where they were, though. Looks under heaven, sees nothing. Now he's got Kusta as well. They'll run distraction by Mini, which may compromise CT's positions, but they're wondering if they're up heaven as well. What can Dota really do about this? Dancing around, got a 5-7, spraying, spamming, hoping, praying, but he's still alive as well, worth noting. What is going on?
What is this meme of a round? Tracing each other's outlines.
It's just so bizarre, just spamming with the pistol, but somehow not dying despite all that spray. And we switch, and there's just like ladder dancing happening on the other side of the map. It's just madness. I can't take it.
Not meant to be. 3 to 2. Gen.G, second round on the board. Get gifted an AWP as well. They're getting a bit too confident there. HAVU trying to make the plays, and they get punished. They will have the money to buy in this round. But yeah, HAVU. They'll be shaking their heads a little bit there that they let that round slip away from them. Still, very comfortable buy coming in here for HAVU, and if they have confidence in their play, they should be able to shut Gen.G down here. Curious to see what Gen.G have in store for us. Automatic setting up. Smokes in the yard once again. Standard fare for the T side.
Thought he might hop behind Mini, but he'll make his way towards Secret quickly. Gap in the smoke. He'll get tagged. Kusta, I think, may have eaten a grenade elsewhere. Oh, he's so unlucky that the grenade doesn't hit either of those plays. That would have been the warning he needed. Big position taken from HAVU as Gen.G look to execute into the A bomb site. Daps on a low ground now. Maybe he can do something. That was very unfortunate timing once again for Gen.G, making their way down now. Spotted, going down the ladder. HAVU's got all the men alive, though, for the retake, and maybe it won't be a retake because Slowy's made his way into the bomb site.
Pretty sure they heard that. What a shot. Instant headshot from Slowy. Gets wall banged down, and that's going to mean that he steps into the line of sight for Daps. Kusta ready, of course, for that. Saw, unfortunately for him, such a nightmare position when the terrorists managed to get down the vents like that. And Gen.G looking like they managed to recover this round despite a HAVU having the early aggression.
Okay, well, Hoodie is running distraction now while we've got to creep in the B bomb site itself. There is a kit in the vent, but Hoodie's got the other one. Second one picked up by Zori, as we can see there with the AWP. So the only man on the site can't even start defusing the bomb, but he can get a kill. That's with an angle, but has he got the angle? Doesn't look like he has. Gonna run to his demise as 3-play survive for HAVU.
Not happening.
Oh no. Oh no, of course he's the one without the kit, but he's gonna... Oh,
my
he's just back on there!
Counter-terrorists win.
I would have assumed if the second kit picks up that one of the guys would have jumped on it, but boy, that was close.
Unbelievable that he gets that defuse. And with 3 surviving for HAVU, again, they'll have a decent buy going into this. Just can't go, just, you know, it can't be smooth. It always has to be exciting. Exactly what we were hoping for here. Lower bracket match, elimination match between the higher seeds in the tournament. Loser goes home. This is it, the final map. We've done the distance. So Gen.G now out in the yard once again, holding on to their smokes this time, so trying to break the pattern. Don't want to get too predictable with the smoke wall. It seems like perhaps later in the round they will set it up to get it going. And yep, smoke's going out, creating the wall, blocking off vision.
Dipes' job will be to show presence outside once again. This time with the CZ. Oh, there's a swing from Kustar, and that's their turn to have no fear. Doto has an angle, but has he got any kills in him? Avoids the flashbang, can't avoid the molly, but he will get the kill, finishing off Kustar as Gen.G make their way into the B bomb site. But we've already got HAVU by Decon. The door is open. They're showing that presence. That's he's missed the chance. Oh, he looked away just at the wrong time. He heard the reload, maybe not expecting the peak.
Another boxed into the lower site. Dodo in position to spot them if they try to go up to heaven. Zori still hanging around down here. Should be able to spot a man, automatic. As he gets across, there it is. Hits the shot, spots automatic, misses the follow-up, but it's still a man advantage for HAVU. A footstep from Hoodie gives it away. He's in the vents, they know it. And the slowest of wraps coming through here. No longer any smokes to work with though, and there it is. Automatic trusting his teammate Bentet to have his back.
12 seconds to plant that bomb. He's spotted one by the ramp, spotted both, and he just can't get there. The presence from the vent can be played off of by HAVU, but that door was just brutal. They even baited the peak, but the peak came in once they stopped looking for the peak.
And they failed to save the AWP, so let's see. Dodo not going to buy it. Predicting an eco round from Gen.G, HAVU elect to just stabilize the money on Dodo and go for MP9s instead. So some aggression likely to come here from HAVU.
See if they get anything early. Vintage HE grenades outside, but no connection made. The squeaky door's been blown off, but it'll be filled with fire and smoke. Not healthy for Gen.G. They'll focus on Hut instead. Zori pushing the ramp again. HAVU looking to take the game away. As you said, it is very aggressive, Semler. And the MP9 will do good work to maim the advances of Gen.G. They've got the lineups, they've got the trades as well. I don't even know how he got the airtime in that direction, but he's dead. And HAVU moved to 6.
Failing to save one of the M4s though, that's unfortunate. So a little bit more of expensive than HAVU would have liked. Drop the MP9, sure, lose those, that's fine. But you do not want to be dropping M4s for free like that. And so now 6 rounds on the board for HAVU, 2 for Gen.G. And Gen.G after the round of eco, they're going to get the big buy going through.
Oh, potential run boost maybe?
Once again, electing not to put down the smoke wall early at the beginning of the round, Gen.G.
This AWP angle with the peak on the sniper's right-hand side, it's just made it oh so more awkward, because on old Nuke you could hold the top of the box for a jump peak and then flick if somebody came down on the other side. That was pretty comfortable, but flicking in either direction is just a little more awkward now, and too much to ask. Smokes come down later. They got a smoke in the garage as well to take the AWP angle away. You don't see that too often at present, but here it is. That's taken out early by Doto. The MP9 putting in work 4 on 4. maybe an acceptable 1-for-1 on the CT side with just an MP9 to work with. Hoodie with the flank, though. HAVU are taking liberties on Nuke.
Yeah, they're pushing aggressive now. They're showing a lack of respect for Gen.G. And so Gen.G forced to go down to the lower site. HAVU are going to be ready in for him, though. Should already have a man down. 3 on upper, never mind. So it's going to be the retake scenario now coming in here from HAVU. Hoping that they'll be able to make good.
Trying to buy some time. Automatic for now is one side to worry about with the smoke up on this side. But there's a big gap in that smoke, and it will almost lead to a punish. Automatic will get taken out in the meantime by Zori. He's so dependable with that AWP. And suddenly it's Bentek first in the world, and he can't get any of the frags there. HAVU with a completely successful retake.
But they get the bomb planted, and so that's a big play. 3 AK Sage for HAVU as well, though. That's not fun for Gen.G. Now they have to worry about the one-shot headshot. But the bomb plant means that Gen.G now with max loss bonus can just keep buying. They're going to be able to just keep the pressure going.
4,200 if they can plant the bomb in all these rounds. Slight shadow advantage outside. Nicely placed MP9 play from HAVU. Just seeming to grow with strength. It is the favoured side, let's not forget, but the fashion in which they win their rounds sometimes is it's confidence building, confidence boosting, and you can see there will be a larger spread between the two teams in terms of the pinnacle odds.
Timeout called as well by Gen.G. So time to decide, gentlemen.
It's time to choose.
Do they just go back to smoke wall early and try and get down secret fast rather than trying to go for the delay where they get picked off? Because they were able to do that before with a very early smoke wall and straight down secret into the lower halls. Not looking like that's going to be it, though.
Som quickly through Squeaky, down the vent. That will compromise the defenses for HAVU. They'll have to spread out. Open his door immediately as well, and here comes a rush towards ramp position. Zori will look to stand his ground. He's got help from Slowy as well. The bomb's been lost now. They've got a frag out here, but he's lost position for his teammate with the grenade being pulled out. Going back to the wall. Slowy just can't be stopped. He'll die for the cause. Someone automatic remain. Oh my god, that's such a brutal run. Minute 22, and all the T's are dead. Som makes it all the way downstairs. Everybody else dies at the ramp. Slowly falls back, comes forward again through the flames like some kind of demon.
Isn't that just the most demoralizing loss as well? You know, you get Saw. Saw didn't even realize that the vent drop had happened. He walks right into Som. Everything seems to work for you, and yet you are still not able to break through on ramp. The defense too solid for HAVU. Forces you into a half buy without that bomb plant. So pistol Kevlar, a couple of nades. And this is just going to feel great for HAVU. That could have been a round where everything went against you. And instead you pulled through, flying colors. There's the spot. Oh, misses it. Never mind.
So many targets. Almost took out an Achilles with that last shot. So we'll buy some time, but it'll keep the door of opportunity open. If Gen.G want to serve themselves, they'll go through a tight choke point though, and they may get position on Saw. Slowy's here to run distraction first, and Saw on top of the default plan. They'll cut the numbers and cut Gen.G to pieces round after round. For HAVU, it's Groundhog Day for Gen.G. They're getting battered like a fish in a chip shop.
Oh, oh, that's a good one. Caught me off guard there, mate. Well, HAVU 9-2, man. They are just brutal. And there's so much money in the bank now for HAVU, too, considering they're keeping 3-4 alive. Let's see.
There's a pause for Daps.
Daps with that Canadian internet ruining the party for everybody else. I
being
got it.
eaten by a moose. A moose? Moose?
A moose?
A moose, yeah. They got moose in Canada, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
I
have not been to Canada in all this time. Can you believe it? It's just up there.
Yeah, that was ESWC. ESWC back in the day when they were still a thing in CS.
Yeah.
That was a great tournament. Actually, no, it was a nightmare tournament, but it was great times because it was still starting out very early days.
Yeah,
getting to know everybody. NIP were still a thing. Got to cast with Fifth back when Fifth was still casting. Yeah, good times.
I miss the days of Fifth.
Yeah, man. Him not being at events, man.
The late night North American Counter-Strike. He'd be so disappointed and just like hate himself for being there. It was hilarious to listen to. It was really, really good. Worth checking the VODs. Just for the sheer level of disgust on his face was just hysterical. Absolute gold.
Yeah, well, best of luck to him with the rest of the Nip boys on Dig now. Well, now they're reunited with Halzerk, so we'll see what comes in the next couple months. Now they have some time to work and get back to it in Sweden.
Yeah, that'll be a very exciting prospect for Flashpoint too. Looking forward to that, absolutely. Hopefully Daps can fix his intertubes, tell people to get off the Netflix. Sure, everybody's watching that Tiger King thing. I haven't watched it yet,
man,
but I'm aware of the story anyway.
Excuses, you know what I mean? Where like you hate to think it, but at the same time, he's the only one who's getting this, and everything's going against him, and he's just like, I just got to make this one excuse, and then I'm covered. It's like, fuck it, go back live.
Yeah, and slowly saying 100 ping, 20% loss, just makes it harder for us to hit you.
Slowy with the reason right there.
Yeah, so it's like
an advantage.
No excuses. This actually helps you.
Out of here.
Well, let's see if it does. Maybe they need it. Maybe it's the help they need. Automatics on the AWP now on the T side, looking for their third round, looking to make it doable when they move into the second half. That has to be achieved in the first. 2 rounds, probably not enough. Target 5 at least.
Look at this aggressive setup though, HAVU. Bentet's in for a world of trouble here, but they are holding Costa. Oh no, they both lose.
Nothing is going the way of Gen.G. Again, this map is last chance saloon for both these teams. They must win, they must succeed, they must prevail. HAVU with all the momentum, the luxuries of the CT sides, but they've just been winning rounds from Dust 2 to Nuke in devastating fashion. And that's what gives you confidence that they could probably close this out.
Well, let's see, Automatic. Your time to shine with the AWP. But Hoodie's got the off angle. Zori covering each other essentially. And now Daps. Dodo decided to get aggressive. Still hits that shot. Daps is down. Hoodie takes Psalm, and this is a flawless round for HAVU. 10-2, double digits, CT side. And, well, I mean, can we attribute this to the Krieg being gone? Is this something where Gen.G are really having a struggle to find those multi-frags?
No one's a stranger to an AK. So while some teams may have been stronger on the T side, I couldn't accept that as an excuse if it was offered, and I doubt they would want to lean into that either. 2 rounds on the board. I mean, sometimes it'd be like that on Nuke, but it's the worst time for it to be like that, especially with the way Dust 2 went. It really makes you lose the faith a little bit. Just absolute savagery from HAVU coming out like a pack of hyenas.
Well, HAVU also having a very polished T side on.
Yeah.
You definitely know that these guys are going to be ready, and so you're into double digits now for HAVU on the CT side with rounds left to go in the half. It could get worse.
Zori is 14 for 3, almost impervious to damage. Slowy just trying to make some art on the walls there, and Zori will have his back. That'll buy some time for the rotation. Well, Gen.G, you've got the ramp, but you've got 4 players, and you've got pistols, so what is your next play? Laps will get taken out on the outside. Ooh, Tech 9.
You're like Duncan. Tech 9, though. And then Duncan is like, oh, it's not as strong as I thought it was. When the guy gets wrecked.
You know, we've seen Daps outside in some rounds with a Mac 10 when I don't think HAVU were on Eco. And I honestly feel like on Nuke, you'd be better off with a CZ. Well, at least there's an argument for it. Sure. But now with the rise of the Tech 9 once again, you might even be better off with a Tech 9, depending on what kind of player you are. I like the burst of the CZ, though. But anyway, this is a shooting gallery for HAVU. There is potential, however, because we've got low players for HAVU. That's a big kill for Som. He's got an angle, but I just can't get there. 10 seconds now, and I think it's a question of fragging for Bentet because he's not going to plant this bomb. He doesn't know where the last player is. He's facing, in fact. He just had to hide there, but that would have given an AWP away, so he'll take that peek slowly. And again, HAVU completely fearless. They're not going to play to avert crisis. They're just going to walk into it and survive.
Man, you're just thinking, is anybody keeping an eye on the clock if you're HAVU at that point? You've got 9 seconds and the guy doesn't have the bomb and you're peeking into him. It's like, is there one way that we can let him win this round? You know, give him a chance to win this round.
Yeah, but to do that, both teams will be aware. And if they choose to do that, for example, then that's psychological warfare. We shouldn't be doing this. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to dominate you every chance we get. We're just going to keep on coming.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh, automatic. Clever stuff there. Not blowing up the door with a nade. Just trying to do it the old-fashioned way, but the door, you know, Hoodie's a gentleman. Closes that door. Doesn't want to let in a draft. Those heating bills.
Stog eat dog, and I will eat your dog.
Yeah, Bentet has just been really struggling on this one. Psalm, Bentet. Well, nobody's in double digits. Whereas everybody's in double digits for HAVU in terms of kills. There's no weak link here for Gen.G to exploit, it feels like. So this is a buy round from Gen.G. Tournament life on the line. There it is, golden opportunity, and somehow Hoodie survives.
50 seconds on the clock. Oh my god, what is that? Parkour. Parkour frags from Gen.G. Kusa left at 8-11. Trying to run away. Oh, this is just... It's brutal and it's unfair. Some of these scorelines sound more like rap groups than KD and Counter-Strike. 8-12.
12-2.
It could be like a, you know, could be a boy band.
Oh, I see where you're going with it. This is just agony, though. I mean, Hoodie is just getting in there now.
There's no way in.
No timeout called by Gen.G either going into the last half.
Gen.G are being slowly lowered into a dustbin.
Total bombardment here in upper, though, and Kusta through the smoke can't quite spot the target.
Ooh.
Whoa. Okay.
When nothing's going your way. Walking on the outside. Oh, surely he gets one. Well, they know Kusta, or they know someone's lurking in lobby. Which is good to know because HAVU were looking to push that as well earlier in this round, so at least they know someone's likely there. But what's of the B bomb side? They've got 2 players down here. Waiting with some kind of crossfire. Kusta still trying to peek. I think his arm was seen there. There's a ding dong from Dapso, but look at the frags coming back for HAVU. That crossfire works out swimmingly.
And Zori's got the angle for Daps. Bentet 1v3, finds the one, gets the second, and you give this guy a chance, and he's going to kill you. Getting a bit ahead of themselves here, HAVU. And Bentet, he knows. He's killed the 2 guys ramp. Odds of the 3rd guy being at ramp as well, pretty slim. And so Bentet now is going to be in a fantastic position to clutch this out. Odds heavily favor him in this situation now.
Reload not heard by Hoodie at all. And Bentet's just playing the beeps. Beeps will be heard. Hoodie has a kit, but he has no idea where Bentet could be. Everything's open. And there is the molly. It is the last round. But no one will pad the stats. A desperate last round for Gen.G as we move into half-time. One of the more difficult halves of Nuke that we've seen in recent memory. If they're going to do it, it's going to be the hardest way.
I like how Bentet backs off as well, so just so he doesn't die with the bomb. Could have died with the bomb, but no, stats. Gotta pad those stats. And when it's this grim, every little bit matters. Gen.G trailing pretty heavily going into the second half. We're taking a break and we'll be right back. back.
We have
Music's
returned.
So good. You don't want to
It is, isn't it? It's just like
You don't
the
want
level
to
of bass, all the tuning is just perfect. And yeah, man.
So,
it's
hey,
it's
you have
triggering.
a professional behind the board.
Yeah, it's triggering me into buying my own decks. I used to be bedroom DJ with vinyl, UK garage.
Dude, it's a thing on Twitch now.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody's all locked up. You got DJs just setting up in their kitchens, you know, just putting on shows. It's great.
Well, let's see if Gen.G can put on a show. Defending on Nuke, they've got so much to do, and it really does start with the pistol. The odds rise and rise, as they did on Dust 2, but how far do they have to go? HAVU are just 4 rounds away from victory, showing presence towards ramp, charging towards the hut. We've got CTs going through the smoke and Mini. Mixed results favoring Gen.G for now, but it can turn around very quickly indeed, and it does. 3 on 3, 2 on 2, 2 on none. Gen.G win it just like that. Violence on the A bomb site. They start off on the right foot.
There's Ben10 once again. Ben10 is just going to try and drag Gen.G across the finish line, kicking and screaming at this point, it seems. But, I mean, it's better late than never, and not showing up at all in the first half.
Ooh, satisfied.
That's the CT pistol in the bag for Gen.G. So, big on them to manage to get that done. They've actually managed to pick up both pistols. That's the crazy thing. We're at 4 rounds for Gen.G.
Oh, yeah, they want a CT pistol.
Both pistols picked up by Gen.G on this map. This
Holy
really has been a HAVU
potatoes.
show.
They've won a CT pistol, ladies and gents. Write it down, record it, get this will out. Glocks for HAVU with the deagle from Doto.
No fear. Dap's ready, protecting the vent. No drop for thee.
Well then. Ooh, careful with that Q button. Everyone likes to make sure they know what is coming out when they press Q. Sometimes I do that just as a refresher, reminder.
Really? Oh, I just have binds. Oh, I guess that's last weapon, right? If you
Yeah. So like if I want a pistol to come out or the knife, like if I'm AWPing, I want the knife generally speaking, but it depends if someone's close in the pistol.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have get right sold binds. It's like knife to 3, E is main weapon, Q is pistol.
Oh wow.
And so you've just got your 3 right there, right?
I like that. Bentek creeps back towards B. It feels awkward for Gen.G, even though they've got the superior weaponry. It just feels a little nervous. Staps is creeping around at 20 HP. He could get glocked.
He could get bopped. And he knows it. Playing a bit more passively. That's unfortunate for Hoodie. Automatic going to collect 2 kills. Feels good, man. Slowy, not allowed to make the break for it. He's gone, and well, Bentet was on the lower side anyway, so there was no hope of him getting a bomb plant. So that means that the money isn't as good as it could be here for HAVU. No bomb plant in either round. Limits them somewhat. So we will have to wait on the AWP, but we'll get AKs and full nades pretty much across the board here. And now let's see what HAVU have in store for us. Gen.G backs to the wall. And some pressure on HAVU, which is, you know, which they've clearly struggled with so far this tournament.
So makes his way towards Squeaky. Sees through the broken door. Kusta creeping in the smoke. Doesn't look like his FAMAS will poke up too much, but there's a sound cue to be had once he has to fall off, surely. Well, he's just quietly slinking away. That was a dangerous position, inviting some variance, but he manages to escape. 7-round lead for HAVU. They will set the pace. Kusta now downstairs. Gen.G waiting.
There it is. The peak. Dodo spots the automatic in the garage, and we are going to move on forward here for HAVU in the yard. Now that they have that information, they're willing to push forward. And in the meantime, slowly looking towards ramp. Bentet about to get some action, and he's committed to it too. Going to be hard for him to back off here. Has to win the fight. He's going to take the first one. Dodo takes out his teammate. Kusta is down. Hoodie not going to get the job done. But 3 players alive for HAVU. Lower bomb site as well, and the bomb planted and taken.
There's an incendiary for automatic if he has position to throw it. Perhaps it goes behind default. It's an off-angle plant though. Saurian Saw remain. Man advantage kept by that. Oh, that's a really important frag from Automatic, and now Saul's got so much to do in no position. Daps from the back, 3 players survived. There are upgrades to be had. Daps can find an AK as well. All handy tools for the job to come, for the task at hand. They're still only at half the score of their opponent. The road is long and arid.
Indeed, and I'm curious to see if we get a half buy or a full buy out of HAVU right now. I mean, 4,000 across pretty much the board, but then they still don't get the AWP in play if they want that. Yeah, half buy. So they're just going to really build on the next round because, as you say, they know they have time. And so you could go for the risky stuff and just try and get in there, but instead you can go for a half buy, bunch of Tech 9s, run and gun, all out aggression. This I like to see.
Wow. Almost exclusively Tech 9. The Tech 9s are back, and we can get a look. The spread has been brought closer together. 3 Clicks Philip did a nice video. If you haven't seen it, then check it out after the Flashpoint broadcast so you can see what the spread is like.
Always providing the good content. The clicks.
Yeah, all of the clicks. Oh, there's a click. Daps gets deleted. Automatic missed a shot, which means he concedes position behind the smoke grenade. This could be an unlikely round for HAVU all of a sudden. 2 rifles now for HAVU, the AK, the M4A4. This has suddenly become another nightmare for Gen.G. Doto spots Kusta. They were both delayed, it seems, but of course it's Doto who gets there. And Gen.G now with 2 players versus the 4, just trying to fight for survival all of a sudden.
They can't afford to lose these guns, Gen.G. That's the thing. Kusta dying there is actually disastrous.
I think he's dumping utility on A Bentet just to try and help save the weapons, give them a few more seconds to fall back, but teams HAVU have realized what's going on and they're starting to swing on them now. The hunt for CT spawn has begun. There's a flash for Saw as well, so they can really get cracking with this. This angle will surely get taken away. Here comes a flashbang. Here comes a swing. Just a few seconds to hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, the brutality of it. It feels like, God, Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Just the horde. But he does barely squeak through. Unlike, you know, reality, he probably would have died.
Yeah.
In a zombie horde situation, there's no end to the round.
There is no end to the rounds. Well, they're able to buy around what they have, but they can't afford many more rounds like that. HAVU are 3 away from eliminating Gen.G.
Smokes and flashes, intense pressure. 13-6. And now let's say Gen.G. Oh man, Daps with a CZ, but he's been doing work with the CZ75. Has yet to crack the double digits on frags though. So let's say Bentet, though, man, he is just so damn good right now for Gen.G. You got to give everything to this guy. Refuses to go down without a fight. So just like that, we get the man advantage.
Quietly slipping away, not wanting to reveal his location. No GPS on Bentet. No tile. Gen.G sitting on a man advantage at present, but as time ticks on, they start to wonder because of the positions they've lost, as does Kusta. Nervous position for him. He's going to get shot in the butt by Saw. And now they've got nobody ramp and no one heaven. So things become really worrisome. They can go up the ladder. Saw will suggest it on purpose.
Clever dog. Oh, that's so that's a nightmare if you're on the site now. And that's drawn him 3 to the top. It's all on Bentet. Solo holding B. 3 angles to worry about and a whole lot of pressure. But there it is. He gets his pound of flesh, takes the 1. Dodo catches automatic rotating. Now the angle on the vents as well. Song.
Oh,
that's not going to happen.
Is this the beginning of the end, I wonder? That 1 step on the ladder. It's like being top banana on Inferno and you just make 1 step to suggest it was an accident and you've kind of accidentally given part of the game away, but it's not. It's deliberate. It's on purpose. Or if somebody drops a pistol on the floor to suggest it's the bomb because it makes the same sound. It's the similar ideas. HAVU will move to 14.
Why do you even take that fight, Daps? Like, what do you gain from that? Nothing. But maybe you could have handed that M4 over to Bentet so that guy could get some kills at least.
It's a very good question. And now what do they have? Pots and pans.
Do we get a timeout? Tactical timeout from Gen.G?
Oh, they're forcing as well.
Tactical timeout from Gen.G, maybe? No.
They've thrown a rifle away at the end of that round, and maybe he feared the hunt or something, but here we are. We've got a Mag 7 and a Scout. Gen.G are all in. Not going to play against Match Point. Well, not going to wait to play against Match Point, should I say. Of course, they'll probably play against it at some point. But for now, they'll make their max investment to try and stave off that Match Point for as long as they can. Automatic had a chance outside, a swing and a miss. He will reposition. But what can the rest of the team do in the meantime? These CZs are very dangerous. All the weaponry is here. There is a boost for Kusta. Sometimes the Mag 7 can betray you. We'll see how it plays out if HAVU do head there. And they have on many occasions with great success.
This is it. There's the flash. Oh, the boost. This could be big. Huge, but the full flash on Kusta. This actually works out in Kusta's favor, though. They're all passed. Fluffs the first. They don't realize it. He's still going to go down. Slowy with 2, and Saw gets another.
That was a very deliberate path from HAVU as well. He ate the flashbang Kusta. He completely missed 3 players going underneath him. They had the range to survive, turn around and blast him in the face, and this is our situation now. Som's picked up an AWP, which surely he has to go and save somewhere. He's going to go for it, it seems. The 1 versus 4. I mean, he is maybe the most talented player at this point on their squad, but we're asking too much. And maybe inside they've given up somewhat.
Is this, yeah, well, when you've got 11, you need to just slam out 9 rounds here to take us to overtime and to keep your hopes alive in this tournament. It's a lot to ask of some players who just haven't really been able to do anything this map. Som never really felt like he got in it. Kusta either.
It's an exciting start, but it seems like Gen.G might go down like a lead balloon in this third game. Fast play towards A being suggested by HAVU. Kusta taken out with a spray down in Mini. Som looking to swing. That smoke will actually stop the crossfire from Mini.
Upper still, nope, never mind.
Yeah, it's a shooting gallery, and the numbers are here to trade. This leaves Bentet as the last man to fall. 16 for 6. The HAVU proclaimers were true. The rapture is here.
What a fantastic performance from HAVU, from a team that was participating in the qualifiers all the way through, surviving to take out one of the top seeds of the tournament in the lower bracket. I mean, HAVU can be everything. I mean, proud of their performance here.
It's a perfect story, isn't it?
It's a perfect story.
It really is.
It's amazing.
HAVU would proceed to the top 4, whereas it's commiserations for Gen.G.
We've had a long best of 3. We've had a long best of 3 here. Those players as well.
It's been a big series, but HAVU grew with strength. Turned out like Ares have got a war towards the end, absolutely smashing their opponent Gen.G. Thoughts of the desk after the break?
Duncan and I, yeah, buddy. All right, we'll see you guys after the break.